Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. I just did the funniest thing. I did this whole Wisdom Wednesday on my personal page. So I am now doing it again in our Conscious Women's page. So if you were waiting for it to start, my apologies. I was doing it just on my personal page. And it's really interesting because if that had happened a year ago or 2 years ago, probably 2 years ago, I would have been mortified to share it out there in the public. But these days, I'm like, you know what? Whatever happens, wherever it's meant to go, I'm more than happy to share. I'm so passionate about sharing this stuff and super, super excited to share with all of you. So welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. Our topic for today is abundant versus scarcity thinking. So thank you for being here. If you can hear me now in the chat, just say hi, hello, let me know you can hear me. That would be amazing. So we're going to look at scarcity versus abundant thinking. Which one are you and where do you spend most of your time? So bringing up our first slide here. So for those of you that know me, know that what I focus on is always, it's not denial. I'm just very selective about the reality I accept. So let's just say I'm in the last couple of days of a holiday. Do I or do you focus on, oh, I've got to get back to work, I've got to get back to life, the holiday's ending? Or do you focus on, I'm having the best time, I'm having the best time, I've done this, it's been amazing and I'm still going to do this, this and this, right? Or do you lose those days because you're so focused on the fact that it's nearly the end? In the same way, when you go to sleep at night, do you focus on the good things that have happened or the things that you consider bad that have happened? Where are you putting your energy and what are you choosing to focus on? Wherever you choose to focus, that's going to determine how you're feeling overall. So an interesting discussion. So coming to that theme of what we're believing, what we're thinking, abundance is not something we acquire. It's something we tune into. So it's a different way of looking at it. You know, it's not the big house, it's not the car, it's not the nice clothes, but it's actually tuning into it and seeing that or feeling abundance, seeing abundance around us, not necessarily having all of those things. They may come down the track, but it's about feeling into the energy of abundance. So really interesting. And years ago, I wouldn't have bought into that. Now I believe it, I breathe it, I live it. When we feel abundant, we create abundance from there. So I've brought up this picture here. I love these pictures. You know, you think of a rabbit, right? An abundant rabbit has carrots everywhere. Check out the carrots. I can have that one or that one or that one or that one or that one. There are carrots everywhere versus this other rabbit who's clearly in a scarcity mindset. Where's the carrot? I can't see the carrot. There's no carrots anywhere. Right? So there's different language that also goes along with the mindset. It's a different language. There's a different way of standing, talking. On any particular topic, any area of your life, you could feel abundant or you could feel scarcity. So you might have some areas that feel totally abundant. For me, for example, work was something that always felt totally abundant. There were opportunities everywhere. There were opportunities for promotions when I was in the corporate world. There was opportunities to meet people, to create connections. That was everywhere. My love life, for example, you know, it was this roller coaster. I didn't feel the carrots everywhere. You know, I felt like a lot of, or most of the good ones, or all of the good ones at times were taken. You know, I couldn't see the carrots. I couldn't see the men. So at different points in your life, you might have different areas that you feel more abundant or more scarcity mentality when you think about them. So we're going to look into this in more detail today. So what is scarcity thinking? Scarcity thinking is an attitude that keeps us feeling like we're stuck. You know, there's no room to move. There's no room to stretch, to grow. We're just stuck where we are, or it really feels that way. It has us focusing on what we don't have, not what we do have, what we don't. I don't have that. I don't have that car, that house, the man, whatever it is, the kids that behave perfectly, right? Whatever it is, I don't have that. And it has us seeing limits to what's possible for ourselves. So, you know, we sort of feel like I can't have that, that's not going to happen for me, can be some of the language that goes along with that. So that's our scarcity thinking. What about our abundant thinking? So our abundant thinking is an attitude that allows us to see more, to do more, and be more. There's something so expansive about it. So expansive. So with all of that, we focus on what we do have and what we can have. It all becomes available for us. So you can feel the difference energetically between a scarcity mentality or mindset versus abundance. Completely different, right? So this diagram I quite like. It shows a lot of the differences. So to give a quick summary, you know, there will never be enough with scarcity versus there will always, always be more with abundance. You know, the scarcity thinker competes to stay on top, whereas the abundant thinker collaborates. The scarcity thinker hoards, it's mine, I can't give it to you, I can't share it, versus the abundant thinker who shares, who's open, totally open as well. Not suspicious, open, trusts and builds connections and rapport. Afraid of being replaced, striving to grow. So totally, totally different. I love this one. The scarcity thinker believes times are tough. The abundant thinker believes the best is yet to come. There's opportunities everywhere. The pie's growing. There's places all over the place where we could have opportunities, growth, whatever it is we're wanting. You know, the scarcity thinker is thinking small versus thinking big, and is fearing change versus taking ownership of change. So very, very different place to be. Which one feels better? I'd like you to share in the chat what feels better, scarcity or abundant thinking. Such a difference in energy, right? Interesting to note. So where are you? So again, just reflecting in different areas and noting for yourself, oh yeah, I'm all about the carrots in this area of my life. No carrots in that one. So just noticing, not judging it, just noticing at this point. So how does that link to our vibrational scale? And we're going to talk a lot more about that, or we do talk a lot more about that in the events we run as well. So you'll see that down the bottom, if you don't know a lot about this scale or haven't seen it before, the lower energies are down low. And as you go up the scale, the energies rise, the energies go up. So you've got fear and grief, for example, or disempowerment to start with. And as you move up, you move into the higher energies, trust, enthusiasm, joy, higher in the scale. To learn more, you're welcome to come to some of the events that we run as well. So different energies, the higher our energies, the more likely we're to be in an abundant mindset. So interesting to draw that correlation for us as well. So how do you go from scarcity abundant? You might be thinking, yep, Deb, in this particular area, in the area of attracting a man, I have a scarcity mentality. I don't believe there's good ones out there. I believe they're unavailable. You know, it might be about getting your job. You might be feeling scarcity because you're looking around at house prices in your area going, nah, I can't do it. So how do you shift your thinking? It's about shifting thinking and taking action. When we shift our thinking, that takes us a huge amount of the way there. So what can we do? Firstly, gratitude and enough. So being grateful, that gets the dopamine going. When we feel grateful, we start to feel good. What are we grateful for in our life? And what if we can feel like we've got enough? So rather than that scarcity mentality, oh, I don't have enough of that, there's not enough of that, what if we can convince our brains that where we are right now, we've got enough? And that doesn't mean we don't want more. We're wired to want more. But what if we can really talk to ourselves and make peace with what we've got right now? So feeling grateful, focus on the things you're grateful for. I'm grateful for my home, warm clothes, water, all of these things, right? What you're grateful for. Really, it's enough to live a pretty good life, yeah? So really making peace with that and noticing yourself when you go to those scarcity thoughts. Cultivate faith. Cultivate an environment around you that supports an abundant mindset. So I'll share with you something that I did when I was single to cultivate that environment. I joined all these online groups because I wanted to believe that there were men everywhere. And if I was just connecting in with friends and friends of friends, at that time, I was in my late 30s, I felt like there were no men anywhere. So by joining these groups, oh, yep, there's men there, there's men there, there's men there, there's opportunities all over the place. You know, I started to feel the abundance of that. You can also do it by wearing the perfume. It could be wearing the perfume that you love wearing that brings back really beautiful memories for you. It could be going for walks in places that make you feel amazing and abundant. So all of these things can help to cultivate that feeling of faith in you as well. And the third one is celebrating the success of others, leaning into those people who seem like they've got carrots everywhere and feeling excited for them, celebrating with them, just leaning that way a bit and even imagining for ourselves, how would that feel to have that? So that can be an access to get there as well, to picture yourself and it happening to you too. So beautiful way to move into abundance from scarcity on any topic that you're wanting to focus on. So who's feeling like there's some real practical things? I'd love to know what it is that you can take away to help you move from scarcity in a particular area into a more abundant space for yourself. So feel free to share that with us. Let us know what you've got from that, because that no doubt will help other people as well. And finally, to finish up, having an abundant mindset is believing that you're created as more than enough. You have more than enough, and more than enough is coming in your future. And that is what I wish for all of us. So wherever you're at, whatever's going on, however much scarcity or abundant thinking, my wish for you is to lean into more and more abundance. So thank you all. Thanks for being here. Just to share, in 3 weeks, we've got our next online event, and it's about letting go of what others think. So if you'd like to have details for that event, just put letting go and we'll send you details for the event. Also for those people that are single who are thinking to themselves, you know, I want to move into a more abundant mindset, share with us as well, chat below or contact us offline and I'll happily have a chat to you and we'll talk about it, see where you're at, and I'll offer solutions to you where I can as well to assist you. So thank you for being here. Lots of love to you and look forward to connecting soon. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Bye for now.